What's up, guys, and welcome to this segment of Pinckney's Prospects. I'm Billy Pinckney, and today we're joined by LA Angels prospect Chris Rodriguez. Chris, thank you for coming on.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Now, you were drafted out of high school in the fourth round by the Angels. How tough of a decision was it for you to head to pro ball instead of going the college route?
I was recruited by Jacksonville University. I was committed there, and they did everything in their power to kind of have me stay and kind of just make me comfortable with whatever decision I made. However, my mind was to go play pro ball. So when I had gotten the call, it was a pretty easy decision just to go on my way. And Jacksonville University made it really easy for me. And they said, listen, good luck to you, and we'll stay in touch.
Right, and I'm sure getting drafted in the fourth round really helped with that decision, high draft choice.
Yeah, it was truly a blessing and, one of the greatest days of my life.
Now, in 2016 and 17, you began playing with the Angels system, but then you had a stress reaction and fracture in your back. So how did that injury initially occur, and how was that process and road to recovery?
It first occurred because I was just throwing. I was lifting a lot. I was throwing a lot, and I really didn't give myself enough recovery in between those. And kind of it was just a freak accident, to be honest. When you're twisting with that much force, and a lot of baseball players get it. I got the feeling of pain and stuff like that out of it. But the whole recovery process has been nothing but great. It took 2 years. It took a surgery for it to kind of finally go away, and a lot of core strengthening. And I'm really happy with how things have been going. And last season was definitely a big step forward to finally be more comfortable and knowing that this is fixed. So I'm excited. I'm excited for what's to come.
Right now, you did pitch a few games in 2019. You did really well. I'm sure being able to get back out there for a bit was nice, especially, proving to the Angels that you're healthy and ready to produce for them.
Yeah, it was a tease. I got up there. I felt, even though it didn't feel great most of the time when I was pitching, just being out there, it was fun. It wasn't that many innings. It was 9 innings, but as long as I was on the mound, I was happy, man. And kind of it sucked to say I had to throw in the cleats and say, let's wait another year and let's get this fixed, and then I'll worry about the next year. But it was a lot of fun, and I was happy with how those 9 innings went. So
yeah, I'm sure having this past minor league season canceled was pretty beneficial to you for a full, nice recovery. Do you think that's something that will have a major impact on the rest of your career?
This whole quarantine, kind of helped me out a lot. During quarantine, I was with a good group of guys, good group of pro guys, and learned a lot. And did everything possible to kind of really stay healthy, and not just stay healthy, but get better. And then when I went to the alternate site, kind of got even better from there. Having that quarantine and that extra time to really stay healthy and kind of perfect some pitches and, really work on a lot of things was really beneficial. Really beneficial.
Now, you have a fastball, curveball, slider, and changeup. You want to talk a little bit about those pitches and where they are at in terms of development?
All pitches are really good right now. Thank God. Fastball, I'm throwing more two-seamers now, so I'm getting a lot more run. Velo doesn't drop with them, which is great. Changeup, the biggest thing is being more consistent with it, having it in the zone and being able to throw it for 2 strikes. Slider, I've gotten really comfortable with it. I've been able to really get the movement I want with it, and also the speed I want with it as well. And curveball, the shape, I finally got it more up to down to look different than my slider, because before it used to be kind of very similar, very slurvy.
Yeah.
However, during quarantine, we really worked on it and kind of just to get more, I wouldn't say 12-6, but just enough to where it's a lot different than my slider.
Right. Now, the Angels clearly think very highly of you since they have you on as their number 6 prospect in the organization and also have you on their 40-man roster. So, how much of an impact does it have on you knowing that they're fully invested in you and your future with the organization?
Like I always say, it's a blessing, and the Angels have done nothing but take care of me. I'm super thankful for the organization. Because they could have easily, you know, they could have easily kind of just shoved me aside and been like, okay, until you get healthy, we can't do much for you. But they've been with me the whole entire way. They've made me understand that I'm still important to them throughout this whole process and this whole rehab situation. So I'm nothing but thankful for them, and they're great.
Throughout your baseball journey, who have been some figures who have influenced your game along the way?
It's there's a lot of them. Every single guy, I would say. I like to pick a lot of people's brains. There's guys like Griffin Canning, Patrick Sandoval, who kind of I've been able to room with, and we have discussions, and even a lot of minor league pitchers. How whoever's with me at the time, we like to pick each other's brains, and if their curveball is better than mine, or if their curveball has a better shape than mine, I'll ask them something. Same vice versa. But it's hard to say who I've really kind of talked to help me develop my game the most, because everybody has been so beneficial. But yeah.
Now, in a few sentences, how would you describe your game and yourself as a player?
That's hard. I would say a guy who's going to compete and a guy who's going to work hard. Some days I'm not going to have my stuff, and that's where I'm going to compete how I do. And and then the days off where I'm not pitching, I'm going to work my ass off to be able to compete in the way I do. So definitely, I'm a guy who competes and a guy who works hard.
And the last question I want to ask you today is what advice you would give to a younger prospect, whether in high school or college, who might be going through that process of recruitment or getting drafted?
Don't get complacent, man. The biggest thing is a lot of these guys, they hear their name on prospect lists, and, they get a big head sometimes. The biggest thing is just to stay humble and kind of realize that there's guys better than you, whether you like it or not. There's guys working harder than you, so you gotta have that mindset with you. So you're always working hard, you're always staying humble, and you're always doing what you got to do to get to the next level.
All right, Chris, I appreciate you coming on. Enjoy the off season.
I appreciate you having me. Thank you.
All right, to all you guys watching, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time here on Pinckney's Prospects.